Hey. All right. Let's see. All right. I'm setting up. Okay. Hey. All right. Let's see. Okay. Hey, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Yes, I was setting up. How you doing? Good morning. Oh, wait. Hold up. Ninja. Hold on. This is really weird. Let me unpin that. Give me a sec, y'all. Trying to pin my birthday list. Shoot. It's in the comments. All right. So, happy Tuesday. Hope you guys are having a magnificent day wherever you are in the world. Let's get into this read. Welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afrozine. And today I'm reading for the beautiful, handsome collective. Hello, collective. How you doing? Flowers, flowers, flowers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. One more time. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell to book a private reading with me or to shop in my store. All that information is in the description box below. All right. So before we get into this good read today, don't forget to grab the copy of this book here. It is called Wisdom Beyond Wounds. It was created by me, for me, and also the collective here to help guide you guys into a healthier space in your life here. Okay. Also, don't forget to join the group also on Facebook. It is also called Wisdom Beyond Wounds, where we actually do live shadow work in there. Okay. How you can get the benefits or see benefits within that group setting is to be engaging. So the more engaging that you are, in regards to, you know, your experience, things of that nature, of course, if you feel comfortable, then the more help you will receive. Okay, so that's more, I only ask if you're going to join that group to be very engaging within the group. Okay. um let's see. Okay, hold on. Let me get you out of here. So yes, so don't forget this book is ready, available for purchase on Amazon.com. And yes, my birthday is coming up this Saturday. Yeah. So all to my Scorpios, hey Scorpio, let me give y'all some flowers. Hi Scorpios, we are the best. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so channel message here is they feel empty and drained. Okay, so I'm going to break down some signs in regards to when someone's feel very empty and drained when it comes to you here, when you disconnected, when you let it go, whatever, however it resonates for you here. There are going to be some typical signs for you to be able to see, so that way you'll know what is going on if you're ever in a situation or an experience like this. Okay, so typically what happens is, so you have someone that's very energetically empty and very drained when it comes to you here, because they can no longer gravitate, or more so they can no longer hook, line, and sinker themselves into your energetic space here. And they're realizing it, like, you know, they're really realizing the night and day of it. They're realizing that when they were around you, things were moving pretty steadily. Hold on. Somebody scared to speak or something? Hold on, wait. Okay. I feel like they feel like the jig is up, or they felt like you've caught them. Okay. Um, Now they were hatching onto you or latching onto you because you were the one that was giving them a lot of energy to do what they needed to do. And they've seen a lot of it happening, or they were much more prosperous surrounding their finances here. Okay. This person realized that when they are around you, that you are they become successful, or we'll just say more luck starts to take place around them. This is something that they realize about you. They may not have said anything, but they try to kind of be very sly or be very quiet or more so coy in regards to what they were trying to get out of you here. So what happened now is that once you were awakened, or once you started to see things for how it needed to be here, you decided to completely cut it off, completely 100%. And they were very angry, very irate, so very upset that you cut them off here, more so energetically. So the first thing that happened was an emotional crash or a withdrawal here. So they can spiral into deep irritability, just very irritated by, the turn of the events here, apathy or depression here, okay? Because their emotions are built around performance and image, real feelings like sadness, fear, or shame become very unbearable. So instead, they might isolate, lash out, or seek a new target to feed on here. So it's like this. So when people are around you, or when they have experience just being around you, in a very positive way here, it's something that they never felt before, or something that they never experienced before. So they're going to do everything possible. And these are the ones that normally feel guilty in regards to what they do towards other people, because they know that that once a person sees what they have, what they're doing here, they know people are going to kind of pull away from them here. So with this being said here, I feel like you pulled away from someone more so emotionally here, and because they weren't able to handle the bandwidth of you not giving it any energy at any point in time, they actually had to crash out emotionally here, okay? They had a crash out, and they withdrawal as well too. So now they're desperate for a supply, or they're desperate for someone that can match what you gave to them, the quality that you have given to them. These type of individuals that you may cross paths with, or they cross paths with you, they're all about the quantity of things, or the quantity of life, if that makes sense. They really prefer a lot of something, and sometimes a lot may not be for your best interest, or it might not be the best option for you. Sometimes quality would be more of a better option for you. It's just depending on how you're able to perceive things, of course. But with that being said, they often start panic seeking validation. Okay, this can look like reaching out to old partners, manipulating friends or other people, groups of individuals here. They may manipulate other people for attention, or they may exaggerate. They may exaggerate like they're suffering, like, oh, this happened to me and this should never happen to me. You know what I mean? Like they want all the attention on them, but all for all the wrong reasons, of course. Okay. It's okay. I blocked them. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. I blocked them. So with that being said here, they're doing this here is because their ego is out of control, or misplaced, or displaced, however you want to look at it here. And normally when people feel that they are getting, how can I say it? They're basically like they live on like a high life, like a hog life, like really rich and wealthy. And it doesn't always have to be money. A lot of people can feel very rich or wealthy with what other people do to them or give to them. That makes sense. So for instance, for you, your energy is very opulent or very abundant, right? Well, if someone is around you and you shared that opulence with them here, well, then they're going to feel some type of way, which is going to give them like a better quality of life, or they're going to feel like their quality of life is being fulfilled or is being enhanced when they are around you. Hopefully that makes sense, because they're being introduced to things that maybe they never known existed, or you know what I mean? They're not aware as to what's what. So you putting them in a different, we'll say, class or caliber, if that makes sense, in regards to the things that they normally would not be used to or accustomed. That's just one way, one example here. Your supply, your energy as to who you are, the life as to who you are, if that makes sense. It gives off life, like it always brings forth something, it grows something. Like for instance, let's say like laughing is an example here. Laughing is really good for the soul, which is why I do it a lot. And I always encourage you guys to laugh, because the more you laugh, the more you're going to feel very, you know what I mean? You're going to feel really good about yourself, and you're just going to release the things that doesn't serve you, if that makes sense. So with that being said here, like when you are laughing and you're releasing it, it's very joyful, it's very gleeful, and it's a big burst of like a supply here that some people tend to kind of, gravitate towards because of the laughter. And I'm not speaking about my laughter, it's just in general, just laughing in general, but that's just an example here. The next one is rage or blame projection. So when faced with that internal void, because now you see them for who they are, you either told them about themselves or you just dismiss them, disconnect, whatever, however, here. And they're realizing that because now they're starting to feel the internal void even more. The deeper void of the internal parts of self is being felt even more, okay? So they projected outwardly. So the things that they normally would not say, or the things that they could not say, or the things they maybe refuse to say, or they refuse to step to you or have a conversation, is now going to be projected in an outward way. So they blame others for their unhappiness, claim people use them, or say they've been betrayed. So is more so is a projection that they use that helps to protect them from feeling weak or exposed. Okay, so when someone feels very weak or they feel exposed, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to try to get you out of character. They're going to try to make you yell or scream. You know what I mean? And again, if the things that they're saying about you is not true, then it should not affect you, or you're going to have to come to a point where it doesn't affect you. Okay, speaking for me, that's something I had to learn for real. But just because I keep it in the cut don't mean it's still not there. You know what I'm saying? It's still there. It's just in the cut, Anywho, so we have identity crisis as well. That's the next one. So since their identity is built nothing on illusion here, that's not their authentic self, or they're not connected to their authentic self. That's more of the inauthentic parts of themselves here. So the emptiness to them feels like the death or the ending of something. So without admiration or control of something, someplace, or person, place, or thing, they don't know who they are. So that this can trigger impulsive behavior, reckless spending, sexual escapades, or obsession with status, to all to avoid the silence within. So I'll even break this down in many different ways, that the identity crisis in regards to how a narcissistic person may feel when they're not able to do what they normally would do. So the first one would be impulsive behavior. So when they feel like they're not getting enough attention from others, they're going to do something very impulsively, so that way they could receive the attention that they're looking for surrounding the behavior that they want people to see or perceive. So they're going to do something reckless, subtle, but more so reckless. Reckless spending. Sometimes some people tend to spend in a very haphazard or in a very frivolous way, because they want people to notice them more so in a conscious way, or more so from a vanity standpoint. So they'll go all out. Let's say they have rent that's due. They would prefer to go buy, and this is just examples, they would go prefer to buy like clothing, expensive clothing, or clothes that make them look good or feel good, or they may go to the club and they may overextend or overspend, you know what I mean, something like that. So that would be like the reckless spending. That's an identity crisis. The next one is sexual escapades, when they have multiple partners and they're sleeping around with anybody who they feel they can. Maybe they're trying to prove something, I don't know. The next one is obsession with status. So some people tend to only befriend someone like you guys here when they realize you may have a form of a status. And it doesn't matter what type of status you have. It could be a friend circle status. It could be a work status, a work job status. It could be even entrepreneurial, where you have like different connections, things of that nature. So it really doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Just take it how it resonates here. But obsession with status comes in many different aspects or forms here. And with that being said here, I strongly feel so with obsession with status, someone could have been obsessed with your status, wanting to be in the same predicament or situation. This can also go for school too. Let's say you're going to school and you wanting to get all straight A's, and maybe someone may feel like that they're in competition with you, or vice versa, whatever the case may be. So now that's creating some form of a obsession with status, because it's like, well, I gotta make sure you know what I mean? So take how it resonates. But people do these type of traits or behavioral issues or problems here when they're trying to avoid the silence within themselves, because they can't sit with themselves. Sitting with themselves to them would be considered like a nightmare. All of the old things that they have suppressed or regressed back is going to put them in a position where they're not going to feel comfortable with all those older feelings coming up here. It's like a stain that never went away, They just know how to temporarily fix it. And they're always temporarily fixing these things. So that way they never ever have to face the situation heads on, or you know what I mean? So I'm going to use my first deck that I ever purchased when I first started my Oracle. Because I prefer Oracle. I like Oracle cards better than Tarot. But let's see. I'm hearing Evander Holyfield. Maybe you're into boxing. You're wanting to take boxing. Hey, Bemba. Hey, boo. All right, talk to me. This will take the top. Yeah, shed old skin. You shut this person out of your life. You exited this person out of your life, and now they feel like that they have to exploit you. They could do whatever they want to do here. Stay rooted and grounded surrounding this person. Don't give this person any satisfaction, because they're trying to get a satisfaction out of you, and it's not going to work. They're just going to look dumb. They're going to look stupid. So allow them to look exactly who they are deep within, dumb and stupid, because this is how they're acting. So this is how they, you know, it is what it is. Someone's name is Ebony. I'm also hearing echinacea. I'm also hearing elephant tusk. Elephant tusk. Elevator, you're going up an elevator or an escalator. You could be walking up to an elevator or escalator right now, or an elevator or escalator was out of service recently or free you. So however that resonates. Someone's name is Evan, E-V-A-N, or Evansville. I don't know if that's Indiana or if that's Illinois, but take that how that resonates. Someone's name is also Ebony. Erythromycin is what I'm also hearing. So someone could be a herbalist or into herbs. Strong herbs. Someone's name is Eskander. E-S-K-A-N-D-E-R. Eskander. I believe that's how I pronounce it. All right, let's see. What else? Learn from spiritual experience. You've learned from this experience, but I feel like this person who's trying to come up against you, or this shit is just weird, y'all. People are just weird. So great teachers here. You were supposed to learn from this person. They were supposed to learn from you. And I feel like you've learned from them. I don't feel like they feel like they've learned from you, or all that they could learn from you. Okay, take that how that resonates. Because you shed the old skin. You let it go. There's some kind of burden. Someone's name is Harper, H-A-R-P-E-R. Or someone's learning how to play the harp or a violin or something of a string class. Some form of classical something. Maybe you're listening to classical music, or you love classical music. Or you could be composing your own classical music. So however it resonates. Someone's name is Cassandra, or is it Cassandra? Cassandra or Cassandra. Someone's name is also Antonia or Antonio, okay? I got a lot of messages today. So, all right, let's see what else. I'm also hearing Joanna Man. Maybe you just recently watched a movie of called Joanna Man. Is it Arsenio Hall? I believe. I could be wrong. Please forgive. I want to say it's Arsenio Hall was on Joanna Man. Y'all help me out here. Thank you. Hey, Red Trees. Thank you, boo. Hey, Steve Marie. Miss Mary. Hey, boo. Thank you. All right, let's see. Hold the space. It was in reverse though. You're not holding space for this person. Whoever this person is, child, they're all in your energy. They're like a vine. You ever realize that vines are very quiet when they're growing, and it's like by the time you look up, it just doubles in size or metastasizes in size here. This is what I feel like is going on here in regards to holding this space in reverse. Since you're not holding space for this person, you're outgrowing or outshining them because you no longer feel tethered to them, or they feel tethered to you, or they're trying to feel tethered to you energetically. I'm also hearing Eskane, Eskane. Someone's name is Mittler, Mitler, and then Miller, Miller. Mittler and Miller. I'm also hearing pearl and pearly or pearly whites. Maybe you got your teeth whitened, or you're wanting to get your teeth whitened. I'm also hearing evangelist, Evangeline, evangelist, Evangelina. Someone's name is David. Or you may consider yourself as Druid, D-R-U-I-D, so that could be someone's name. Someone's name can also be Drew, D-R-U. It could be Andrew or Drew, D-R-E-W. Or you recently drew something, a painting, or you got into painting. You could be using paintings as a form of a therapy or therapeutic sessions. Or you're wanting to create a art therapy group or art painting, something with painting. Someone's eating couscous. We have let go of the need to be right. And that's what you did. All right. You let go of the need to be right. It's like, okay, it is what it is, whatever here. And once you did that, it's just like this person just kept going and going and going like the Energizer Bunny. But that's okay. They just running themselves down into a ditch here. Someone's from Tallahassee, or you could be traveling to Tallahassee. I'm also hearing Daytona. So however it resonates here. You are the peacekeeper in the situation because you're at peace with self. So if you have peace within, you're going to be able to keep the peace, if that makes sense. Someone's name is G-A-Y-E, Gay. Someone's name is Gray or Gary. Someone loves grapefruit juice, or you're making grapefruit juice, or maybe you make your own, you grow your own grapefruit. Someone's having issues with their mouth, or more so their teeth, or you may need to see a dentist. Everything will be fine though, okay? Okay, so whoever this is for, you may have like small cavities. No dentist by any means. It's just what I'm picking up intuitively. That's it. That's all. Okay. I just see the cavities being reversed since they're so small. So if like your uptake or you do more of like brushing and stuff, you might be able to reverse it. But then again, I'm not a dentist. That's just what I saw. Okay. I strongly feel like this person felt like that they can play a fast one on you, and you just kind of allow them to just see how far that they would go. And they basically prove your point in regards to how far they would have went to ensure that they could have stayed attached or tied to you here, because they were basically winning when they were around you. That's why I always tell you guys, you got to be very careful in regards to who you allow around you or who's connecting with you here, because you may be coming in with good intentions, but not everyone leads with good intentions here. So you have to be more picky in regards to who you allow to come around, because some people, they just do too much. It's like all of this is not even necessary. It's just childish. It's immature. It just doesn't make sense, child. Whatever. Someone's name is Janae or Lene. Tamika, We have who is your go-to person? Yeah, this person wanted to be, they wanted to be the, they wanted it to be very subtle though. Because it's pink here, pink and purple. Pink gives me very soft, subtle. And I feel like this person could have been very subtle in how, in regards to how they wanted things to be done. This person has a lot of mental, like they play a lot of mental games, or more so they attempt to manifest, but more so from a mental standpoint here. So this is one that always is practicing manifestations or some form of quantum something within their mind. So this person don't really use like petitions or so. They use their mind. Hopefully that makes sense. They manifest with their mind is what I'm saying. But it feels like this person here wanted to manifest you staying close to you because of the energy that you have with money, if that makes sense. So energetically, you're wealthy or you're rich. And this person found this out or knew this about you and tried to take as much as they could from you. So take that how that resonates. Humor. Hey. We have humor here. You find this funny, or you're soon to find this funny here. Yeah, this person is angry. Child. Goodness gracious. Somebody's eating hummus, or you're making apple pie or something like that. Or you like to bake pies, or you love to bake cakes. A lot of box cakes. Someone's like real lazy. Okay. So someone doesn't like the fact that you're laughing at them. Are you okay? They thinking that something's not right with you because you're laughing at them. They don't find it funny that they're the one that got angry versus you not getting angry. So it's like, yeah, they don't like the fact that you were able to move forward after all of this foolish things here. It's like, how can you find humor in this? One thing that my friend